everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Grace. I'm going to use a couple of props today, or have them on hand to give you options. I've got a couple of yoga bricks here. If you don't have yoga bricks, you could use a couple of books. And other than that, all you're going to need is yourself, a mat and some practice space. So we're going to begin by getting ourselves nice and warm. Come to the top of your mat and find Namaste. So bring your toes together, creating a little gap in the heels. Bring the palms to prayer and just focus in on your breath. Breathing through your nose as much as you can through our practice together today. A nice strong Ujjayi breath if you're comfortable with that. Think about lifting your kneecaps, engage the quads, spread the toes. And then blinking, open the eyes. We're going to begin with a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A. On your inhale, lift your prayer, look up to your thumbs. Urdhva. Exhale, begin by bending your knees. Think belly on the thighs, palms flat, chin towards the chest, Uttanasana. Inhale, fingertips in line with toes, straighten the legs, straighten the back. Inhale, exhale, ground the palms, step back on your right foot and then on your left. Come to high plank, push tall through those shoulders, the core is engaged, breathe in. And then as we exhale, elbows in and back as we lower 90 degrees, Chaturanga. Inhale, scoot the chest up, tops of the feet down, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hold here, 3 full cycles of breath. And please don't worry if those heels are slightly off the mat. If they are, bend your knees and send the hips high, the belly back to the thighs. Fingers are spread out, we're breathing through the nose. Go for one more breath here. Good job, look forward, move as you inhale, right foot steps forward, then the left to meet it, come to your flat back, exhale again, bend the knees, forward fold, inhale, reach up, Urdhva. Exhale, Samastitihi, let's keep it moving, inhale, lift up, look up, exhale, bend and fold, inhale, flat back, exhale, left foot back first this time, then the right, high plank. Breathe in, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold, 3, for 2, one more breath. Nice. Inhale, look forward, step forward, left foot, then right. Inhale to flat back, exhale to fold. Inhale, lift up all the way, exhale, Samastitihi. Third round, inhale, lift, stay with your breath, exhale, hinge from those hips, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, back on the right, then on the left. Push tall, breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep those quads off your mat. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3, 2, one more breath. Inhale, gaze forward, left foot forward, then the right, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Samastitihi. We're going to take one more full round of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge, fold forward. Maybe straighten out those legs a touch if there's space. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, back on the right. And then on the left. Squeeze the glutes, push tall, big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. 3. For 2. One more breath. Inhale to look forward. Maybe on this last round, go for a little step hop or a jump. Back into your flat back position. Inhale. Exhale, fold over those legs. Tuck your chin. Inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring it back to Samastitihi. Breathing through the nose, keep that heat in your body. And just step your feet out about hip width distance apart. Same as Samastitihi. Really lift your kneecaps, so squeeze your quads. We'll bring the hands onto the waist. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, really stick your bum back to the end of your mat. Lean your chest forward until you can really feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Now, we might be all the way up here to begin with. That's totally fine. Focus on length in your spine. Remember, our spines aren't straight, so just think about finding length there. Feeling that stretch all around the lower back, the glutes and the hamstrings. Dive forward, and if we can, release the hands to the toes. If we've got that space there, peace fingers and thumb, bind around the big toe, and we'll take a breath to lengthen. Think flat back position. Push the thumbs into the floor, tighten the quads. Exhale, use those biceps, pull yourself towards your legs. Now we're going to hold wherever you are. 3 full breaths. You want to try and keep those shoulders as relaxed as you can. Pull with the arms. One more breath. Well done. Now wherever you've gone with this, take a breath just to lengthen and release halfway. And bring the hands back onto the waist as we exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step the feet back together. The palms come to prayer. Samastitihi. If you need to, give the legs a little bit of a shake out. If that feels quite intense on your hammies, then just give those legs a little bit of a shake and drop the shoulders from there. We're going to take it down to downward facing dog using a half vinyasa. Big breath in, lift up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift flat back. And then just straight away from here, we're going to step into our downward facing dog. So right foot back, then the left. Spread out the fingers and hold. Just take a couple of breaths here. Maybe you want to pedal out the heels a bit. Now we're in this downward facing dog. Twist from side to side. Really push tall through the shoulders. Well done. Now from here, step your left foot in just a touch, not too much so it's coming through. Just shorten that gap between the foot and the hands and come onto the ball of that left foot. Now from here, we're straightening both legs. We're bringing right leg up nice and high and come into your split dog. So really lift onto the ball of that left foot and think about driving that right heel back. Push tall through the shoulders, breathe in, breathe out. Good, hold, squeeze that glute, lift that leg. And then we'll swing right foot through, plant it between the thumbs and stay on the ball of the back foot so we can lift the chest. Maybe adjust a little bit here if you need to. Move that back foot away and sink the hips. Find a little runner's lunge here. Reconnect to your breath. Good work. Move your hands forward a little bit. We're going to come into standing splits variation here. So take a full breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, we're going to kick our left heel up towards the ceiling. Now we're still getting warm, so I don't want you to worry about how high that leg's going. Just focus on how you can feel into that hamstring stretch in the right leg. Really send that leg up high and the belly towards the standing thigh. Keep your hands on the mat for now. Breathe. Let's go for one more. Awesome work. I'm going to do a little bit of balance here. You might need a yoga block or a brick for this. Set it towards the middle of your mat. Keep that left leg lifted and you're going to bring it down. Top of the foot drops down onto your mat. Drop onto the knee. And then we're going to extend all the way back. You're going to grab your brick and pop it underneath your right bum cheek, just so the hips are nice and square. And we're bending through that left knee, folding that leg in half, and just wiggle the heel out a little bit so you can see it. Full Sanskrit name for this asana, Triangamukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. And I always say, if you say it loud enough, it'll always sound precocious. So just get yourself as comfy as you can on your brick. Even if you've been practicing this asana a while, it's quite nice to keep the hips square here, just so we can get a bit of a deeper fold in that hamstring. So keeping the hips pointing forward, right hand is going to come on the outside of that right leg. Lengthen your spine, breathe in, flex the toes. And as you exhale, reach forward with your left hand and pull yourself deeper into it, keeping the sitting bones grounded. We can move the right hand forward a little if we need. Remember to breathe. Let's go for 2 more breaths. Fold as you exhale. Last one. Now we're going to take an inhale, just lift up a little bit halfway, and as you exhale, fully release. We're going to come off our block, just set it to one side, and then unfold that left leg, swing it forward, and shuffle forward just a little bit on your mat and point the toes. Couple of options here. If you want to come into reverse tabletop, I'm going to take reverse high plank. So fingers behind you, fingertips facing towards the top of your mat. Doesn't matter if they're on an angle slightly, if that feels more comfortable for your wrists. Really open your chest, keep your quads switched on, deep breath in. Exhale, lift up, feet down, head drops back. 3. Strong arms, 2. Last breath. Good, now replace your bum down on your mat and lift up, crossing the legs as you come to seated. Try and remember which way you've crossed your legs if you can. We're going to roll forward, plant the palms, tuck those toes, exhale through the nose, downward facing dog. Brilliant work, well done. Let's move into that second side. Right foot steps forward just a little bit. Come high onto the ball of that foot. And as we inhale, sweep left foot high into your 3-legged dog. Push tall through the shoulders and hold. Squeeze that glute, inhale. Exhale, swing the leg through. Readjust the feet. Find your runner's lunge, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, standing splits. Now all I want you to do is really feel into that left hamstring, send your right heel high. Keep breathing. Belly towards thigh. Last one. Well done. Now soften that knee, top of the foot coming down onto your mat, down onto the knee. We'll grab the brick, send it behind, left bum cheek going all the way down and square off those hips. This time we'll adjust right heel slightly out to the side. Might need to do a couple of little adjustments. Reconnect your breath. Left hand outside that leg. Right hand takes hold of the left foot. Breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Now send your gaze forward towards the big toe of that foot. And remember what I said before, the spine isn't straight. So try not to think completely straight spine. There'll be a little bit of movement in it. A little bit of a curve, but don't worry too much about it. For 2. Last breath. Keep breathing. Inhale to lift up a little and exhale to release. Let's come off that yoga brick, set it to one side, swing your right leg forwards, point the toes again, reverse high plank, full breath in, nice and powerful. Exhale, lift the hips, drop the head back, another 3 breaths. You've got one more here. On an exhale, chin to chest, bum down on the mat, and this time we're going to slide the feet together, scoop up the little toe side of the feet and come to butterfly pose. Now just take a couple of little bounces with the knees here, nothing too crazy, but just doing a little bit of ballistic stretching. So just flutter the knees out to the side, keeping that length in the spine. Not moving any deeper into this just yet. Keeping the breath steady and full. And just keep breathing. And then I just want you to hold wherever you comfortably can. Maybe scoot your bum in a little bit closer towards your heels and really squeeze those knees out to the side. And just hold. Let's go for 3. For 2. Last breath. Well done. Now release that tension on the knees. You can use your hands if you want to bring the knees together, and if we can remember which shin went over which first time, try and reverse the direction. Roll over the shins and come back. Downward facing dog. Well done. Take a breath. Nice work. Now from here, nice and strong through those arms. Keep your legs straight and walk your hands back towards your feet. Palms as flat as we can. Soft bend in the knees if we need. Padahastasana. Lift up your toes and slide your hands underneath the feet so the toes come up to the wrist creases. Same as before, little inhale to lengthen. Exhale, stand down on those hands and fold. Deep breaths. 3. For 2. Last one. Really nice work. Now flip the hands back onto your mats. Again, strong straight legs. Walk the hands forward, back to downward facing dog. Lovely. We're going to flow through that little sequence once more on each time. This time moving a little bit more fluidly with the breath. Keep the lips sealed, keep the energy, the heat into the body. Move your left foot forward, ball of the foot. Inhale, right leg lifts, nice and high, split dog. Exhale, right foot forward, ball of the left foot, look forward. Breathe in. Exhale, little leap of faith, standing splits. This time, bring your right hand off the mat, take hold of your right ankle. For a breath, pull yourself deeper towards that leg, hold. Exhale, release everything down, top of the foot down on the mat, knee down, reach for that block, and sitting back all the way. Readjust, take a breath, left heel out a little. Now this time if you want to, if you're feeling warm enough, reach your arms over your head, keep those toes flexed, breathe in, and breathe out, taking hold of the underside of the right foot. Breathe. Make sure we're flexing the toes, holding this one for 3. For 2. Last one. Well done. Coming out the way we came in, arms up and overhead, inhale. Exhale to release, come off your brick. Both legs out in front of you. This time instead of reverse plank, we're going to go for Padangustasana, full forward fold. Take a breath, sit up tall. Deep breath in, lift both arms up. Exhale, fold forward. This time, instead of our reverse plank, we are going to go for Paschimottanasana, full forward fold. I'm going to give you a couple of options to work with here. If it feels quite uncomfortable to try and lean forward with a straight spine and bind the feet, just drop your hands onto your shins or even higher if you need to maintain that length in the spine. No need to reach up to start with if it doesn't feel right. But if we're okay, little toes especially towards the face, lift the arms, inhale, exhale, fold. Take hold of the outside of the feet if we can. Breathe, 3, 2, one more breath. Nice work. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Cross the shins. Roll forward. Downward facing dog. Let's take one breath. Right foot steps in. Inhale. Split dog. Left hand side. Lift, lift, lift. Push with those arms. Exhale, left foot steps through, come onto the ball of the right foot, sink the hips, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, kick and lift. Nice and strong through that standing leg, if we can. Left hand off the mat and pull yourself deeper towards your standing leg. On an exhale, bend the front knee, send the top of the back foot down, come onto the knee. Switch sides with that block. Flex the toes. Remember, you've got your options here. Hands on the mat if we need. If we're okay, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Breathe, 3. Try and keep those hips as level as you can for 2. Last one. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to release, come off that block. Swing both legs out in front of you. Give the knees a little bit of a tap out and then bring the soles of the feet together again, Baddha Konasana. We'll scoop up little toe side, shuffle yourself a bit closer to your heels, really push those knees down, lengthen through your spine as we inhale, and exhale, just lean forward. So hug your elbows towards your lower ribs. And imagine you're sending your chin over your big toes. Hold. 3, 2. One more breath. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Legs out in front of you. Give them one more little bang out. If you need to, take hold of your quads and physically shake out your legs. Shake out the feet. Cross the shins, try and switch sides if you can remember. Roll forward, plant the palms, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Let's take one sighing out breath here. Really nice. Now from here, same as before, strong arms, keep that core engaged. Push your hands back towards your feet, and once you get there, find your flat back position. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching up all the way, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi, relax the shoulders. Nice work, well done. Now you can stay at the back of your mat to do this. I am going to move forward a little bit and face you just so it's a little bit easier for you to see for the next few balancing poses. I know they're everyone's favourites. I'm going to go through big toe stretch on both sides. So maybe just give your ankles a little bit of a roll out. Getting ready to balance. Okay. So option 1, all I want you to do is interlace your fingers and you're going to squeeze your knee towards the chest. We're going to start on our right hand side. But option 2 is to take a big toe bind. So for a big toe bind, you're going to feed your elbow on the inside of the knee, reach down for that foot, binding the big toe with the peace fingers and thumb, stand up tall and kick the foot forward if we can. Now I want you to try and do this without hanging onto a wall, if you can. Okay, so find something not moving in front of you, focus your gaze, take a breath. And wherever you're going with this, Use your inhale to lift that knee. Start on your right leg. Maybe take that bind. Exhale, kick forward or just hold. Breathe. 3. For 2. Last breath. You got this. Maybe pull 1 more inch and then release with as much control as you can. Walk it out. Roll out those ankles a little bit if you need to. Well done. Second side, same as before. Remember, you've got that option if you need it. Lift left knee as high as you can. Interlace fingers or go for that bind. Stand up tall. Exhale, kick. Hold 3. 2. Really push tall through that standing leg. Last 1. Well done, and release. Wiggle out both ankles if you need to. Shake the legs. Well done. I'll come back to the end of my mat and let's take it down from down dog. Lift your arms up, Urdhva. Exhale, fold forward. Flatten the palms if we can. Lift up, inhale, look forward. And exhale, squeeze your core, walk your hands forward, legs nice and straight, stretch out those calves, downward facing dog. Let's look forward, inhale, take a big step forward on your right foot, sink onto your left knee, low lunge. Okay, so hopefully we're feeling nice and open in those hamstrings by now. So I want you to go for a nice wide, low lunge. And how we increase the range in our low lunge is not by moving this front leg at all. I want you to think about guiding that back knee away from you a little bit more. So just try and relax your chest, rest it on that front quad. Tented fingertips are fine. And just a couple of deep breaths. And every time you exhale, think about just softening down through those hips a little bit more. Awesome work. Now keep both legs where they are for now, especially that back knee. I want you to think about gluing that back knee onto your mat. And we're going to work with some half Hanumanasana or half split poses. We're going to breathe in, and as we exhale, just send the hips back in space as if we're coming back to that asana with the brick on the bum, but instead of lowering all the way down, I want you to keep your hips high and tip the toes towards the ceiling, pushing the heel down and lifting your chest. So just take a breath here first. Cool, now we're going to move from our low lunge back into our half Hanumanasana with the breath. So inhale forward, nice wide lunge. Exhale back. Take your time with this, try not to rush. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's go for 5 total, so 3 more rounds. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. And I want you to hold this final half Hanumanasana. Lengthen the spine. Well done. Bring it back to your low lunge. Ground the palms and just step back on that right leg so we come to all fours to tabletop pose. And feel free to just circle out that hip a little bit if you need to. So maybe extend back, stretch out through the calf a little bit. Wiggle out the hips. Ground the palms, tuck the toes, breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, downward facing dog. Lovely, second side. Big step through on the left foot. Really nice, wide, deep, low lunge. Try and think of resting the belly on the front thigh and just take a couple of deep breaths here. Well done. Now let's go for 5 rounds, forwards and backwards. Inhale first. Exhale, straighten out toes towards the ceiling. Bring it back into your low lunge. Keep moving with your breath, so don't worry too much about me, how fast or slow I'm going. Just take it at your own pace. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, and go for 5 total. Remember, keep those hips high and just try and straighten out through the front leg. Really well done. Let's come back to our lunge and then back to tabletop pose. Release that leg in any way you need to here. And then let's take the knees out nice and wide, big toes together. Push the bum down towards the heels and just relax over the legs. Nice wide-legged child's pose. The hips should be nice and open by now, so this should feel quite restorative, quite nice. Just soften into this with every exhale. And then bring yourself up to a tabletop position. And then flip around to lie on your back with your knees bent so the soles of the feet are planted on your mat. Lengthen the lower back a little bit. Nice work. Well done, guys. So let's start just really passively stretching out through the hips and releasing those hamstrings a little bit. So extend your left leg out. Interlace your fingers over your right shin and then just squeeze the right knee towards your armpit space. So really take it out to the side and hold. And make sure what's happening is we're not lifting our left hip crease too much to facilitate that. I want you to focus on your breath. Don't overstretch here. Try and just hold at a spot that works for you. Maybe close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Well done. Bring that knee back towards your chest. Interlace your fingers around the back of your leg and just extend the leg towards the ceiling. And today we'll flex the toes. So avoid pointing them here, although you can do a couple of these if that feels good. Just point and flex the toes as a little release. And then squeeze your leg towards your body, keeping the toes flexed. This is a little bit of a prep pose for poses we're going to see later in the series. So try not to worry too much about this being the deepest expression of everything so far. We're just easing our way into it in today's practice. So really squeeze leg to belly. And then release all the way down, let go of that right leg. And just take a moment, observe any differences between sides, take a breath. Great, let's do that second side. Left knee to the chest and then take it out towards your armpit. Relax the feet. Well done, bring the knee through centre, interlace your fingers behind the leg, extend, flex the toes to the face and pull. Now think about applying about 70% effort here, so we're still going quite hard on that leg. We're not just kind of relaxing into the shape. Flex the toes, feel the stretch in your calf, and we don't want to pull out to the side here, but pulling directly, knees heading towards the face. but keep everything on the mat. Don't worry if your legs start shaking a little bit, that's all good, don't worry. Really kick up towards the ceiling, hold on to it, you've got a couple more breaths. Last one. Well done, and release all the way down. Maybe give those legs one last little wiggle. Arms out by your waist. And just relax, take a breath in through the nose. Sigh out through the mouth. Allow your body, especially your legs, to feel heavy and still on your yoga mat. Relax your shoulders. Let go of any control over your breath. And I invite you to try and spend a couple of minutes, up to 5 minutes here if you can, allowing your body some time to rest. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, guys. If you enjoyed this session, then please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel where I release new videos every Friday and Sunday. And until I see you again, Namaste.